air duct.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the
Everybody
procedure,
stay calm.
everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm.
What's going on, Washington Commanders Nation? It's your boy, Commander Rio Robinson, checking in with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our Washington Commanders. Today is Thursday, November 3rd. I got on my Salute the Service hat. Thanks to my boy, Spoonie P. John, for sending me the hat. I appreciate you, my guy. And we're still coming off the high of yesterday's news, man. I know we got a game to play Sunday, and we're going to preview that later when I got Rap from the Purple Pocket podcast to come on. But we're still bringing in, and I am divulging in every single article, leak, and name that is being attached to the Dan Snyder selling the Washington Commanders thing. And today, People Magazine dropped an article with the guy I want and who a lot of us want to buy this team. And if there was any consideration, and if the league is going to allow it, there is one person that nobody in the world is outbidding. And y'all know exactly who I'm talking about. CEO and founder of Amazon, Mr. Jeff Bezos. He is now on wax, on record for the second time, according to a source close to Jeff via the magazine People. He is very, very interested in buying the Washington Commanders. And the caveat here is that he is interested in a possible partnership with Sean, Hove, JayZ, Carter. It's The Rock Nation, Rockefeller's own JayZ. He's considering a partnership in buying the franchise with JayZ. Just imagine this. We go from Daniel the Dweeb Snyder to Jeff and Hove. Can you just imagine the opportunities? We go from having one of the most inept businessmen crooks in all of sports, one of the most hated executives in the history of sports, to two of the biggest businessmen, mogul, tycoon, influential people out there. And it's the best of both worlds. Jeff Bezos has the wealth, the connections, the clout, and the reach to pretty much rule the fucking world. And JayZ, don't scoff at his $1.3 billion net worth. Shit, you could call it $2 billion when you count in his wife Beyonce Knowles' net worth as well. But JayZ is one of the more influential music artists of all times, and he is very successful in business. Everything from Rockaware, Rock Nation Sports. He actually represents 58 players in the NFL, and we're going to get to the people who say that'll be a conflict of interest of why he couldn't be a minority owner here, because I know he used to own 1% of the Nets, and he had to disband that once he started Rock Nation Sports. I know all that. But do say, Armand, come on, this dude has business ventures for days, and he's currently in a partnership with the NFL as well as Jeff Bezos, who just partnered with the NFL for the biggest TV deal in the history of this shit. An 11-year deal getting Amazon Prime to host all Thursday night games that is going to be worth over $100 billion. My thing with Jeff always was, would they allow him to be part of the fraternity? The fraternity of owners that are very tight-knit and who have wealth, but wealth that does not compare to the ridiculous otherworldly wealth of Jeff Bezos. Are they going to let that guy? Like, I'm just thinking about it. Like, you have an owners meeting. They're all sitting at the table. Jeff is walking in with Roger every time. Jeff is sitting at the top of the table because not only would he be the owner of the Washington Commanders, he's putting more money in the pockets of all the other owners. So in that aspect, I can see that they can see the advantages of having a guy that powerful own a team. But the ego of the guys is why I always had pause on if they would let the guy in. But a partnership of Jeff Bezos and JayZ owning this team would be the greatest possible outcome for this organization. One thing that, despite the fact that we've been bad for 22 years, we've had the worst stadium experience for 2 decades plus. You get in Jeff and JayZ, one, the stadium experience is going to be out of this world. There's nothing is off limits for this pair when it comes to things that can happen at the stadium, the construction of the stadium, and the entertainment that they'll offer at the stadium. Like, could you even imagine? You imagine from an entertainment standpoint, the pool and the connects that JayZ has, the shit that we could have take place at Amazon Prime Superdome with Rock Nation Entertainment running it. And let's keep it a buck. If JayZ could be a heavy minority owner in a football team, he would take his name off Rock Nation Sports and let one of his boys run it and just run the entertainment aspect of the organization. That's not stopping a business, man. He told y'all, I'm not a businessman. I'm a business man. Listen to the boy. That's Sean Carter. There's nothing that's unreachable for that guy, JayZ, man. That man has done nothing but prosper, break down walls and new barriers his whole career. That partnering with a monster such as Jeff Bezos and the Amazon brand, just think of how endless the opportunities are. If they're going to be allowed to make a bid, there's no bidding war. There's no competition. This shit is done with. Snyder is not turning down what Jeff Bezos, as spiteful and as stubborn as Snyder is. You think he's going to turn down $7 to $11 billion for a team he paid $800 million for in a deal? The league wouldn't even allow that shit. They wouldn't allow him to turn down that deal. And I see the first name we saw floated out because they said the team has already been inquired by at least 5 groups. And we know right now that Byron Allen, CEO and founder of Entertainment Group, he was in the mix for the Denver Broncos, who sold for $4.5 billion, but ultimately was outbidded by Walmart. Come on now. It's Walmart, bro. Walmart and Josh Harris were the 2 main suitors there. And for those saying that JayZ, who has a net worth of $1.3 billion, couldn't sit at that table, JayZ has more money than Byron Allen. He got a couple $100 million more than Byron Allen. So JayZ, if Byron Allen can sit at that table, JayZ can definitely sit at that table, especially if he's seated with someone with godlike wealth. World-changing, I could cure all world hunger and mankind type wealth. If this is a real thing, if Jeff wants the team and him and JayZ are allowed to purchase the team, there is no competition, there's no debate, and there's no bidding war that's going to be had here. It's just as soon as they can put it on wax, it'll be announced, and I am excited about the opportunities. I will jump on every opportunity when something comes out to talk about the selling of this team, because this has been the main storyline of my life as a fan here. I haven't got to see much glory on the field. Yesterday's news is one of the best news days as a fan here in my 31 years of life. And they're not doing this for minority sales, bruh. They are selling this team. And like I told y'all, that news comes in twos. After we got the Forbes news, of course, we got more news that Dan is being investigated by the feds for more financial improprieties. And it's always something with this guy. It's always something negative. There's always a story we're trying to get out in front of. And it's time to get his crook ass out of here. Jeff Bezos, JayZ, cut the check, buy the team like yesterday, and build Amazon Superdome, sponsored by Rock Nation, which is probably going to be SoFi East, but SoFi probably can't even fuck with the stadium that Jeff Bezos would construct if he was the owner of this franchise. We joked in the group chat yesterday that Jeff don't play about his shit. You know how we still really haven't got the black jerseys available for fans? My boy said Jeff would have had all 3 jerseys available for shipping for 2-day shipping on Amazon Prime on 2/4/22 after the name was announced on 2/2/22. And just imagine the merch deals and all of the opportunities and the respect garnered by these mega tycoons if they purchase the team. A man could dream, a man can hope, but this shit is starting to get real. It's starting to feel real. And I think by the time we get to the Super Bowl, I don't mean us going to the Super Bowl, by the way. I mean us as NFL fans watching the league go to the Super Bowl. I think we'll know who the next owner of the Washington Commanders is going to be. And if it is allowed, it's not going to be anyone else but Jeff Bezos and whoever he wants to partner with, because he's wanted it. He wanted the team in 2019. It was stated. He said he wanted an NFL team. 2021, he said he wanted the Washington NFL team. He bought the Washington Post. He moved Amazon headquarters to the DMV. The cards are lining up, and this shit is setting up like the plan of your favorite network financial television show. The man is on billions right now, and he could cut a check and not dent his net worth. One can hope, one can pray, one can cross his fingers. Come on down, Mr. Amazon, and come get these Washington Commanders and rid us of the curse and stench of Daniel the Dweeb. I'll see y'all later for my game preview when Purple Pocket Podcast joins me to preview Washington versus Minnesota. That's all I got for right now. Hail to the Commanders. Left hand up. It's The Rock. I need it. I need it.